The horizons of your universe are about to expand. Knowledge Adventure proudly presents The Discoverers.
We are all discoverers, piecing together the puzzle for the first time.
Look up at the pool of the sun. The corona is huge.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Totalisé!
When I returned with news of passage to the Great South Sea, Captain General Magellan wept for joy. But he proved that no place on Earth is beyond the reach of man.
Minus 1 minute 50 seconds and counting. Go for auto sequence start.
NASA's Magellan spacecraft was launched from the space shuttle over a year ago.
Magellan is deployed.
Now, it's approaching Venus, 147 million miles away. Eric DeYoung devised a way to use the computer data to actually fly us over the surface of the planet so I could really see the geology of the Artemis Trough. Eric, how fast are we going? Studying the Magellan data really gives us new insights into the basic processes that shape Venus and the Earth.
When people ask me what I do, I say my job is to see what others have seen, but to try to find something new in it. My work is based on the people who went before me. It's really one generation building on the last. What Isaac Newton called standing on the shoulders of giants.
We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time.
With computer-generated simulations, virtual learning games, and an extended learning module that enables you to carry your newfound knowledge into the world, the movie is just the beginning.
Warning! Exploration of the Discoverer's reference section will greatly enhance your ability to play this game.
Welcome to the Miss Discovery game, the game where you learn about famous bloopers in the world of discovery. Drive through the halls of Miss Discovery, then read the text windows which pop up as you approach the room of decision. Drive up to the Return to Movie button and click on it if you want to leave the game. But for now, the clock is ticking. The object is to find the missed discoveries as quickly as you can. All you have to do is read, click the text window away, and drive forward. Read, click, and drive.
In Earth's nighttime skies, I have observed the moon, stars, sun, and the planets.
When you are finished reading, click the box away and drive forward.
These heavenly bodies arc through the skies in circular paths, whirling around us each and every day. The heavenly bodies whirl around the center of the universe, the Earth.
Drive forward into the room of discovery, then move to the letter of the missed discovery and click. Good luck! If you make the incorrect choice, you'll have the opportunity to repeat this level. Well done! You've made it to level 2. You will notice that with each new level, the walls of the halls of missed discovery have changed. Remember, you can leave the game by clicking on the Return to Movie button on the wall. But push on!
The rising and setting of the sun had great significance for the ancient Egyptians. We used the sun to help determine when to plant and harvest. We determined that, if sited between two pyramids, the sun would return to the exact spot in 365 days. This determination told us that the Nile year was exactly 365 days in length.
Drive forward into the room of discovery, move to the letter of the missed discovery, and click.
What I first stated began a revolution of sorts. I proposed that the Earth was not the center of the universe at all. I proposed that the planets traveled in perfect symmetrical circles. My revolutionary thesis was that I envisioned the planets traveling around the sun.
Jerusalem was determined to be the center of the known world on most maps drawn prior to 1000 AD. At the time, discoverers were only aware of 3 continents. They were Europe, Asia, and Africa. Mapmakers rendered the world as a flat disk. Can you find the astronomer Kepler? Yes. Kepler's years of research led him to discover the laws of planetary motion. Pick out the scientist Newton. Right. Sir Isaac Newton's observations led him to discover the laws of gravity and the invention of a reflecting telescope. Can you find the explorer Gama? Yes. In 1498, Vasco da Gama was the first European to reach India by sea, opening the ocean trade route between Europe and India. Pick out the physician Harvey.
Can you find the space traveler, Ride? Very good. Sally Ride became the first U.S. woman to travel in space during the second Challenger flight in 1983. Can you find the inventor, Bell? Correct. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone in 1876 and spent much of his life working with the hearing impaired. Can you find the Antarctic explorer, Scott? Right! Robert Scott was a British explorer who died on the return journey of his heroic expedition to the South Pole. Can you pick out the explorer, Henson?
All of us are, in fact, travelers in space. This simulation enables you to study the eclipse cycles of the Sun and Moon as the Earth orbits the Sun, whirling through space at 67,027 miles per hour. Click on a button with an eclipse icon to begin the cycle. This simulation allows you to map the surface features of Mars and Jupiter. Click on the planet which you would like to map, then click on the play button. You have selected Mars. Click on the play button to send the satellite on its mission. While mapping the surface of Mars, the Viking orbiter encountered this image. Scientists back on Earth were amazed as they saw the image of a human-like face. Upon closer examination, it was discovered that the face was an eroded mountain, approximately 1 mile across. The Viking 1 lander then achieved a soft landing on the Martian surface, photographing the terrain, analyzing the soil, clocking wind speed, and measuring air temperature and pressure.
The Indians of the American Northwest shared their world with many spirits. The presence of these spirits was manifested in almost every facet of life. Everything in the world possessed power, from the sun and moon, to the trees and mountains, to the rivers and sea, to the tiniest grain of sand. The whistling wind was a call from a nearby spirit. Shifting patterns in the sky were a sign, the sight of a tree that had been struck down by lightning. All these things were events which connected the spiritual world to humankind. The totem tells the story of a family that belonged to the Wolf clan. Click on the text bubbles beginning at the top of the totem and hear the story of the talking art.
The colors of the rainbow are all contained within white light. Click on the left prism button to activate the prism and see the spectrum. Then click on the right prism and move it through the colors. The further it moves, the more bands of colors are captured and refracted.